Welcome back, everybody. We've got a mystery to solve today. It's an optical illusion. I hope it's an optical illusion and everything goes smoothly. But I'm going to try to explain this and you guys can hopefully follow along. We have a double joist right over here that goes behind the chimney. And it runs in and T-bones into a double joist right there. Sounds fine, right? They meet on the opposite corner of the chimney, but there's nothing supporting that corner. That double joist over there, dead ends. First, I'm going to give you a shot of this double joist up close so you can follow it along. A shot of this double joist. It's pretty interesting framing. Back in the old days, they had no joist hangers. Everything is nailed. Very interesting if you're used to seeing modern construction, joist hangers, and not things just toe-nailed together that hold the whole house up. So we're going to start here. We've got this double joist here. Rests on the foundation wall. Nothing wrong with that. Comes across and rests on this beam. This beam rests on the foundation wall and it's supported by posts. This post here, if you can see down in there. Oh, you can't see. Let me get a light. There you go. You can see that post is on a footer. And there's another one over there. I followed the beam across. Everything looks normal with this beam, the posts, the footers. Kind of pan back here. We got this whole section of the house. And this is the kitchen. We've got this double beam here. Got this double beam. You can see, toe nailed in. It's probably nailed in through there as well. This is one of the double beams, part of the illusion. It goes this way and butts right in to the other double joist. Okay, that is the double joist that the other double joist that goes behind the chimney butts into. And if you follow this double joist right through here, look, it dead ends. It's right there. That's where that double joist goes. It doesn't continue all the way across and rest on this beam. If it went all the way across here, rested on the beam, it would make sense, but it doesn't. Is that a load-bearing wall without a footer? Well, there's other load-bearing walls in the basement, and they have footers. I know the lighting's not very good, but this here is a load-bearing wall, and it's on a footer. So they had this technology back in the old days, and they used it. Load-bearing walls sit on footers. Posts sit on footers that support beams. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, that double joist that seemingly doesn't have a post in the corner is probably supported by the chimney. As far as I can tell, it is not supported by the chimney. I can see down this crack here from the kitchen up above. The only way to figure this out is to remove this chimney. This wall here and this little door is supposed to go away, and it's all supposed to get pushed that way. So the mechanical room is going to be over there. The water heater's going over there, the furnace is going over there, and this is all going to be part of a finished basement. Hopefully, I'm not cutting a hole in the concrete, pouring a case on, and putting a post in that corner. Before we get started, if you're looking to get yourself a caulk gun t-shirt or caulk gun hat, there'll be a link in the top of the description. You can also get it with a come and take it caulk gun shirt. There's this design too. I think this is the original old school Handyman design. You can't get it in red anymore. Here's an update, everybody. Looking interesting. I don't see a post. See all these boards here? 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're supported by the stairway. See how they're attached right there, and over there. That one isn't even touching. It's actually just serving as backing for the lath for the wall. And this board isn't even touching up there. That's part of the tongue and groove ceiling. So we've got that flat stud and this flat stud underneath half of the beam. Basically a double joist. It's not really a beam. I think we'll get our answer sooner or later. I got to tear this chimney all the way down, and then I'm going to start removing some of the ceiling in there to get an idea of how this thing is supported. Well, I got the floor patched back up. There's just going to be a cabinet that rests pretty much on the perimeter of those 2x4s. And I was back to taking this chimney down. I'm going to try to get it all done in one go. I finally have my answer. It's going to be a little confusing on camera, but this is the other side of the stairwell, and this double joist right there has been notched. See that angle up there? There you go. Not washed out. That angle is the stairwell. So they did notch through the double floor joist that holds that whole section of the house up. They notched through it. It still rests on the beam. This thing right here in front of you is a double, quadruple, triple beam action. I don't know. I haven't even got my head up in there yet. But there, that's how it's done. Cool. So I know this wall was put in after the house was built. There was a board over here. You can see this was glued. They used construction adhesive. That's been around, I don't know, 70s, maybe the 80s. Construction adhesive here, and it was glued to the brick of the chimney. It still has some of the red bricks on there. I see a whole bunch of construction adhesive on this piece here. Now I don't think that was around in this format, this style, this application method back when this house was built. This looks like 70s, 80s style. Anyway. Just draining the boiler and all the water, and this whole thing's got to come out. This phase of the project is to get rid of all the CPVC back. Now I do have some new lines in here that I will be reusing. Obviously we're going to get rid of the shark bites. Everybody want?
Why are you putting shark bites in?
It's because I knew I'm taking all this apart later. You know that if you listen to the video. Giving an in-progress update. I've been working on this corner here where this double joist is notched right about here. You can't see it, but just like 2/3 of this joist is cut out as it goes across the stairway. And that's not sufficient enough. It's basically like two 2x4s holding this whole corner up. So what I did, let me come around here, is I doubled this up. And then, so we've got a stud underneath this one, these are all screwed together. And I've got studs underneath this one and this one. Everything is screwed together. This one's screwed to this one's screwed to this. As far as for the footer, there's a footer underneath the chimney that is bigger than the footprint of the chimney. And that post right there sits on 2 bricks that sit on that footer. So I'm very confident that this corner of the house, or this corner of this junction here around the stairway, is very secure now, and I can go on about my business, which is I got to remove all this stuff. So let me stand back here a little bit. Now that's the laundry room. That laundry room or utility room is going to shrink by over half. This wall is going completely away. There's this weird thing here. This gets ripped out. Everything gets ripped out of the ceiling. You'll notice that we have a gas pipe right here. Gas pipe, hot. Cold going this way, hot coming back this way. These CPVC pipes are all getting replaced right now with PEX. This gas line's got to get moved over to around here to make room for a 30-inch supply trunk line. I'm going to space it off of here, maybe an inch or 2 inches. And 30 inches over, I'm going to give a 6-inch spacing between the supply and the cold air return to run these 3 pipes. Of course, these are getting replaced. This is actually may or may not get reused. I just got to extend the, you'll see when I get everything going. Boiler, pump, gotta go. This big old thing, part of the boiler system, that's gotta go. First thing I'm gonna do is try to get this gas shut off. Now, does this gas shut off still work? Looks like an antique. Got a union here. I'll undo the boiler from the union, take this 90 off, and then cap this off just in case this shut off isn't working right. So in case you don't know, a union is a way to put pipes together without having to start at the very end. The way most gas pipes and water pipes that are threaded is you put them on and you just keep going down the line. And you can put a union in so that you can separate a section of threaded pipe from another section of threaded pipe if you got to replace something. Some of you eagle eyes out there might have noticed that this piece here, and even this piece here, is galvanized pipe. It's not black gas pipe. And you might be thinking,
oh my gosh, the sky is falling. It's not to code, it's not to code.
Listen, nothing is ever to code. Even the new houses aren't to code. So this is water pipe now. It's another union. And now we got a big big union right here. And then we got to disconnect the electrical, and that's it. I don't know if I got pliers big enough for that union. Holy moly. There we go. That's not what we wanted to turn. Let's turn the whole freaking deal. We got something to turn. A little challenging, but I've got a method figured out here. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, this one is holding that, but I got to get it pushed up against the wall before it starts working. And now bear with me just a minute. And my wrench is a little on the small side. That is pretty crazy. Going through the board now. At some point, you just get out the grinder. You just cut this union right there. This is not gas, this is water. So that might be step number 2 here. I don't want to waste too much time trying to undo this freaking union. Yeah, that ain't gonna go. So thanks for watching today's video. I made it as long as I could without making it too long. Should be right around 14-15 minutes. I'm going to be putting out 2 videos a week, Monday evenings and Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern time. New videos come out. They're not all going to be this basement chimney furnace job. I've got other jobs that I've been saving throughout the summer that are coming out in November and December. You never know what you're going to get. You might get a handyman job off in suburbia, making $500 an hour to put in a light bulb, or we may be replacing water pipes, boilers getting torn out. There's going to be a lot of cool individual projects in this basement renovation. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.